Bam, and just like that, we're almost at 140. We were at 140 after market. It went to 140 today, actually. 140.02 was the high. So up $4.07 today, up 3%. Nasdaq was up 0.84%, which is great. Looks like we're going to recover. We might recover by the end of the month. So we got 8 more points to go, I guess. Right at. We're still stuck at 148. We're holding tight. Hopefully we'll be up by the end of the year. If we get close to 148 by the time of earnings, then I might be able to sell out of this and start a new position. So we'll see what happens. Like, as you know, I've got 800 shares plus 700 shares. So I got 6,500 shares at 148, and then plus I have some other shares right around the same price, 148. So we'll see how this goes, but it looks like it is coming back. So we're going to still hold tight. I think this thing will be up by the end of the year. We'll be looking back because this is just a blip, hopefully. Nasdaq's broke over 15,000 today. 15,402 I think is the high for the year. So we're about less than 400 points off the high for the Nasdaq. So when it does hit the high, this thing should hit the high for the year, which would be 152.88. So around 153. We can still make a profit here. I did sell the calls early on for 165. So the 148, if you look at the entire of it, then you'd have to subtract the $1.65. So if it gets back to 148, we'll have actually made 165. So we'll see how this goes, but we're tracking this along right now, and hopefully we'll get back here and get something done. I hope everybody that bought in the 120 range, 125 range. I even was touting this over 130. Everybody that held has been made whole. This has been a good opportunity for those that had cash when it went down. Still buy the dip, sell the rip is still in effect. We got caught here at 148 and held it too long and let it go down. The good thing about this is that in a bull market, this thing recovers, and tech, usually has a better return than the market as general. So this thing usually runs pretty good, and we can see the track record, the 1, 2 year to date, 1, 2, 5, 10-year track record is spectacular on TQQQ. So we're going to just hang in here. Those that have been selling the puts against it, congratulations. I mean, everybody should be doing well in this thing. Anybody that's bought and held, don't take a loss on it. I mean, this thing's hitting new highs every year, and so at some point you might get stuck, and maybe it'll be a long period of time, but in this bull market it hasn't been a long period of time. It does seem like a long time when you're holding 3 or 4 weeks and you haven't made any profits, but sometimes you have to show some patience. So that's what we're showing here. We were up over $400,000 for the year. Now we're down, 65,000, something like that, from the high. If we get back to even, we'll be up 400 again. Hopefully we'll earn some more by the end of the year. The thoughts that this was going to rock and roll and we were going to make a lot of money in the last 3 months. The first month is, pointed out that things don't always go as planned. I was salivating thinking, wow, how big my earnings could be by the end of the year. But if we get back up here and we're up 60, 70% for the year, I mean, I'll take 30% every year from here on. That'd be great for me. So if I make more than 30% in a year, I mean, who can really cry? It doesn't matter where you were. If you final out every year, over 20, 30%, I mean, those are rocking, especially when you're talking about numbers. And, we're trading about $1 million. So actually over $1 million now. So I guess we're back over 1.1. So we were up to 1.2 at one time. I really had a goal of possibly get into $1 million, and then when we passed it and just zoomed past it and went to 1.2, I mean, that was spectacular. But you know, ride it while you can. We'll see how this goes at the end of the year. If we play this back into next year, and we can, you know, make another 50% by the end of next year, I mean, that would be spectacular on $1 million. So we'll see where this goes. Hopefully this is going to be a nice retirement egg for us. As you know, I'm already $1 million in real estate, a millionaire in real estate, and now being a millionaire in the stock market is really good. I have to say, these triple funds, ETFs, have really, you know, propelled me into millionaire status. You know, I had 135,000 left when I, you know, spent a lot of it into real estate, growing that portfolio, and made 140% in 2019, 62%, something like that in 2020, and then this year, you know, maybe over 60% this year. So we'll see how this ends up at the end of the year. But all's going well. Everything's cranking along. Hopefully this bull market will continue for the next few years, and if not, hopefully we're agile enough to step out of the way when we can, and that's also a big win. So we'll see how this goes. Again, thanks for everybody watching and playing along, and hopefully everybody's making money. I like to see when everybody's making money, whether you bet against me or for me, or you're in the middle, or you don't put everything in, you have some cash when it goes down. You can be a bear, you can be a bull. Just everybody do their own plan and make money, and selling these puts is a good way to make money. I mean, essentially you're buying the stock cheaper, and when you buy an ETF like the TQQQ that's been rocking and rolling for so long, for the last 10 years, I mean, really, it does have dips. It is volatile, but if you just look at the track record, it's just been spectacular. So let's see how this goes. Hopefully within the next month we'll be back up to new highs. Maybe by the end of the month, you never know. We've got you know, a few weeks here until tech earnings come out, and it usually rises into tech earnings. And if it does and we get over 148, then we'll probably sell and start a new position. We might sell the puts, or, you know, something like that. So there we go.